News. There's been some massive news. Hello. And there has been some massive news. There was an update last night. Being in the UK, I get everything really late, but there was an update and they have reverted the one change that they made to the temple that most people thought was a bad change. So we're going to go through the patch notes and then we're going to talk about some phrasal verbs and idioms that describes this particular situation. I did play for a very short while yesterday, and I saw that they'd updated something, but what I read was that they'd added lots of little buffs and nerfs to the actual temple itself, but not changed anything that they'd done before. But then just as I left, it seems like they actually did. So the hotfix that they did that went down like a lead balloon, another idiom for you there. Yeah, this is it. So this is the hotfix that they did prior that many people had issues with. And most of it was fine, except for Duatalotes medallion. Oh my gosh, that's such a mouthful. I'm a little bit tired today as well, so it's really hard to say. People weren't happy with this because you could only place it on tier 3 rooms rather than being able to place it on any room. So this is the bit that people had a problem with. Now they fixed that, and it once again can be placed on almost any room. I don't know why they says almost any room. And it's no longer restricted to tier 3. So that's the change that's happened. So there's this. They must have changed the changes that they made. I don't know, because there was a real long list of like buffs and nerfs that they'd made, but that seems to have disappeared. Reduce the number of rooms destabilized when the temple is closed when not killing the architect or Aziri by 30%. A stable size of around 60 rooms rather than 40 rooms. And the goal of the change is to build larger, more interesting, more rewarding temples. So this has been added as well. So it seems like they've actually buffed the temple, which is interesting. And in light of that, because they had a problem that they fixed, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about some idioms and phrasal verbs. So in relation to phrasal verbs, you could say that they have owned up to what they did and reverted the changes. You could say that they've took on the responsibility of the fact that it was a bad change and answered for that by reverting it, or that they've dealt with the issue. And all of those phrases to deal with, to answer for, to take on and to own up, they are phrasal verbs that you can use. You can use them in many other ways. Maybe you can tell me in the comments some ways that you could use them. There's also a proverb, which I think is also an idiom. I would have to check that, but there's something that we say which is all is well that ends well, and that means that when there's a problem, it's best to wait until the end and till it's fixed, and all is well that ends well means that it turned out okay in the end, basically. So if there was a problem, it solved itself or it was fixed. They've saved the day. That's another thing you could say. GGG have saved the day and the patch is now saved. Talking about the word patch, you could also say they patched things up. And I know, ironically, this is related to patching the game, but you could use that in many other instances too. They've made amends for their wrongdoings by reverting the change. You could say that they've nipped it in the bud, which to mean that to stop a problem. So if there's a problem happening where everybody was becoming really negative and wanting to leave bad reviews, GGG nipped it in the bud by reverting the changes. You could also say that they've smoothed things over. They've resolved disagreement or conflict by reverting the changes. Or they've put out the fire. So because it was taken so badly, this change that they made, you could say that it started a fire, metaphorically speaking, so to speak. And they've put out the fire now because they've reverted the changes. There's so many idioms. Maybe you know some idioms. Maybe you could tell me some that you think are relevant to this particular context. Let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that notifies me when people are messaging now, because I had to change. Oh, Joe Mama always lost Hidden Vision. Sorry, guys. I had to change the chat that I was using. I don't get notifications. I'm gonna have to fix that. That's not no good. I need notifications, else I'm really gonna struggle to see what you guys are saying. That's great. I like your spirit. You new streaming. I don't know. Would you say 3 months is new, Ben? Let me read what everybody's saying. It was just kind of not smart of them to see what they did. It's only a league mechanic. They can fix it later. Not to kill everybody's fun. Plus, that's the only real endgame challenge is the temple. So they needed to fix it. Yeah, I'm so glad that they fixed it. It's absolutely awesome. And I've been itching to get into the temple now that they fixed it. So, totally psyched. Can't wait to try out the new temples. We're going to get busy. Chosen helped me make a wonderful new talisman. It slaps because it's got lots of crit. So yeah, Chosen helped me make this wonderful talisman, and it has increased my damage because of the crit hit chance, the critical hit chance. Yeah. So I do feel pretty potent now. So let's get a map and go. Do my first corrupted area last night. Was not prepared. What happened? Did you die, or were you just very shocked? I told him, but he says I'm going to leech again. Fair enough. Does anybody enjoy leeching? What is leeching? Just XP leeching? Isn't that very boring for the leechee? Because if you're leeching, that means that you can't fight, yeah? So you can't fight, you can't take any of the loot. And I know that you're getting XP, but you're also not getting better at the game. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you then just train yourself to be able to do maps where you don't need to leech? Oh, I pay him to level my character. Okay, fair enough. I got bullied by everything there. Yeah, that all happened. Lost 100%. I wish I had the time right. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. It's all about time, isn't it? That's the thing. I get it. It's not easy being an adult. It sucks, actually. I think that's the biggest scam of being a human. When you're a kid, you're like, yeah, I can't wait to be an adult. It's going to be so cool. And then you grow up and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? I've been duped. This is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I thought when I got to be an adult, everything was going to be fine. Nah. How long does it take you to get through campaign now? Lost, it took me ages this league. Probably took me, I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. It took me 32 hours to get through campaign. But I had, you know, in my defense, I had some issues with the build that I was going. Oh, forgot this is the boss. It's okay, we can do the boss now. It's not a big deal. Oh, he's a little bit tough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ow. I still got hit by it. I hate those spikes. Move. Where's the spikes? It's really difficult to see his spikes on this map as well because it's almost the same colour as him. Ow! This character is ace. It freezes monsters. It's amazing. Let's go. This is going to be a good fight. Thanks, Cal. It's very kind of you to big it all up. Are we ready? Let's go. Oh, it's this dude. Especially because I've got gloom on at the moment as well. That's going to help. As long as it doesn't run out. Ow! He got me. He did get me. With the flammability magnitude. I'm kind of wanting to wait until my energy shield comes back a little bit. Ah, I keep missing the last part of my combo. Oh. Flammability seems to really hurt this character. I suppose it makes sense in a way because of the fact that... There we go, there's the last part of my combo. Nice. What base character did you choose? I have Amazon-based wolf. Do you, Grumpy? We are the same. I have an Amazon-based wolf too. We're the minority here, aren't we, Grumpy? But that's what I have. What did you go for? So, by the way, before I can't really say that I made this. What I did is I took lots of inspiration from the variety of builds on PoE Ninja. Okay. Bear. What's bear? You went bear, Grant, is that what you're saying? Yeah. Your ex took it. I'm sorry to hear that, girl. But yeah, so I took lots of inspiration from a variety of builds and I've picked this, and so then I've built my items around that. So I've got evasion helmet. The gloves are uniques, but boots, evasion, and energy shield robe. And then I took these nodes. Not that I think they're that great, in all fairness. This in for the kill, I don't really think it's that great, but I've got another creator that says that I shouldn't take accuracy. So that's why I didn't take those. What did you take, Grumpy? Check out Master T. He does a neat thing with random power charges for quick melee boosts. You're not the first person to tell me about that. I've got Rend here, but I just don't use it. I don't feel the need to use it. I feel super strong, unless I'm missing a beat here, but I feel extremely strong. I've got just under 5k energy shield. I know my health's pretty low, but then I've also got mana remnants, and I don't ever feel that I seldom run out of mana. I feel tanky. I mean, the way that I'm going to go next is Chaos Inoculation. I think I'm going to try that and see what happens. I'm just waiting to buy a new energy shield body armor. But, and it's just an extra button, Grumpy, and I know that I'll just forget to press it. Because, I mean, I'm not even pressing Rend at the moment. But, you know, if there's like, if it's somehow gonna, you know, level my gameplay up by like 100 or something, then yeah, fair enough. Come on, that's it, yeah. You're not taking accuracy? Question mark. Aren't you doing the accuracy ascendancy? You have all 8. Do you have all 8? Yeah, I do, Hidden. But the reason I'm not taking accuracy is, from what I understand, I'll try and relay what he did. It was so confusing what he was saying, but I kind of understood. So yeah, let me explain what he said about accuracy first, okay? And then you'll understand, okay? So he was saying that if I was to take this, it doesn't really benefit my character because it's accuracy weighting on the weapon, and because I'm a melee character, I don't have any chance of missing. I automatically hit anyway. So I'm not getting the bonus for the accuracy rating because I'm a melee character, and that it would be better to use those points elsewhere because I get more from it. Right, let's have a look. So that's what he was saying, I think. Maybe I'm not explaining it right. I'm worried that I'm not explaining right, so please don't. I might be getting it wrong. In my opinion, objectively, he's wrong. That's not what it does. I'm using Amazon right now. I'll get Discord and explain if that helps. Okay, we can do that. Give me a second. Yeah, that node gives a damage boost, but it's useless if your weapon doesn't have a ton of accuracy. That's what you see what Grumpy's saying, Hidden. So that's what he's saying. If you don't have a ton of accuracy on the weapon, there's no point, which I don't. No, I think you explain it right, but I think he's kind of wrong here, though. I'm going to join the Discord 1 second. Okay. Yeah, loving it, but I can't help but compare it to Diablo 2. I know that a lot of Diablo players play this, Leo. Need to try and join Discord again when I get home. Link failed last time. I know, it's such a pain. That's another thing I need to do. I joined the Discord chat. Okay, I'll be there in a second. Let me just read what Grant said. So what I would recommend would be to get good gear with chaos resistance on it. I do think that I definitely need that, Grant. And then swap the gear once you go chaos inoculation. Melee does not accuracy to hit. What? Apparently, you get a higher bonus. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I feel like I'm messing it all up. But you get a higher bonus for not having, for not being melee. Well, no, it's just like, I see what you're saying, but I got to check with the other dude as well. Like, I just... You're right. I can see what you're saying. You know, like, that makes perfect sense. And, you know, it makes sense as well, because why would they have made a node that extends to this if they weren't connected? Yeah. Yeah, like, why would they do that? Yeah. Well, the main node, not the small one, because that... Yeah. I don't know why, but my thing's like... Yeah, why is that? Okie dokie. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hidden. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, at the moment, I'm just going to leave it as it is for now, because it's like what Grant was saying, you know, about updating my chaos and all of that. I'll do that at a later date. Once I feel that I'm needing more damage, I'll do that. But at the moment, I'm leveling, I'm getting XP, it's all kind of working. So we'll keep doing that for now. Okay, let's do temple, people. So my temple is looking a bit messy, and I think I've messed it up because I stupidly... Is lightning arrow still good? Any's? I have no idea. Never played it properly. And no, I don't think so, actually. Just listening to what other people have said, I think it's Pathfinder, this league. Any's? Yeah, I think I messed it up because I took this, and so I can't do anything because I've got all of these nodes on the outskirts of my temple. So I think what we're going to have to do, which is a bit sad, but because they've changed it recently, I don't think it's that much of a problem. I think what we're going to have to do is, like, go and defeat Adziri and hope and a pray and a beg and a hope and a pray that it doesn't ruin this little bit of snake on the left-hand side. I'm not worried about anything else. It's just a snake bit on the left-hand side. If it does, we're going to have to start again. So be it. It's not actually that bad because they've buffed the frequency that you can do temples. So it's not as bad as it, because I've already got the 6 medallions as well. Although I haven't got much space because I've got to upgrade rooms. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. Okay? Everyone on the same page? So, we're going to try and build towards Adziri. So, I've got a funny story about that saying, let's go Cisco. I don't know where I got that from, actually. Let me Google it. Where does let's go? Right, I have never watched any Westerns. I have no idea why I say this. Okay, Western is probably one of my least favourite types of movies. Just not my thing. But apparently, Let's Go Cisco comes from a classic Western TV series called The Cisco Kid. I didn't know that, okay? But I've gone around for the most of my life saying let's go Cisco for some weird unknown reason. And when I was and I have a student, and I was teaching this student, and I said to them, I was like, let's go Cisco. And he thought, I don't know why, but he didn't ask me anything about it. He just started copying what I was saying. And so he started saying, let's go Tesco. Yeah, because that's what he thought I was saying, which I don't know how many people are from England, but Tesco is a really big supermarket in England. So I thought it was hilarious that he was saying that, because that's what he thought I was saying. And then it wasn't until maybe like, I don't know, 4 lessons later, I was like, what are you saying? Are you saying let's go Tesco? He's like, yeah, that's what you're saying. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm saying let's go Cisco. He's like, what's a Cisco? And then I was like, I don't know. And yeah, I was like, why are you saying Tesco? I was like, do you know what Tesco is? It's very cute. Extremely funny though. I haven't got much space for medallions, so I'm a little bit worried about that aspect. And I'm also worried about beating Aziri, because last time I tried, I granted I wasn't as strong as I am now, but last time I tried, she was pretty hard. I'm much stronger than I was previously, but she's got some, I think she's chaos damage as well, isn't she? Which means that I'm going to struggle because of my low chaos. I just swapped over. Okie dokie. Yeah, I feel... Yeah, I need to sort out because I don't really want that to happen as well. I don't want it because that's going to happen, isn't it? If one chat is more lively than the other, everybody's going to kind of run to one and run to the other. Which, you know, having it where it's all kind of combined means that nobody feels that they're missing out and don't get left out either. And it's not nice being in one of the rooms where there's not much going on. Just seems like I've got 7 personalities that I'm talking to. But I like this room. It's quite scary, but I do like this room. You got to fight like this dude, and then you've got to fight his Frankenstein, which is basically like an ancient version of the one that's in the bog. Should... What? I didn't know I could do this. I did not know. I did know this and I didn't do it until now.
Spirit help me.
Yeah, pretty much one-shots everything, really. Hi, Chosen. Running temple. Yes, we are. What did you take? I took the attack speed. 9 for one arm. Is that good? Yeah. I thought attack speed would probably be good with my character. Oh. Yeah, that's probably one of my favourite rooms. I know that there's some beastie mobs in there to kill, but I really enjoy doing that. How's the temple going? I'm really enjoying it. My temple is far easier than yours, though, Chosen. You know? It's not as long, and there's not as many buffs on it, but I kind of messed up, which means we're going to have to go and fight Aziri. Which probably means I'm going to lose the majority of my temple. But I'm happy to do that because they've buffed the temple. I think they're having a hard time deciding what to do in GGG by the looks of their recent decisions. I've got to be careful here. This is like really hard to kill. Although I did do this in your temple, so surely I can do this temple if... Ah! Oh. Okay. Oh, I love this room too. This is one of my favourite rooms. Ooh. Okay, but the issue is that I don't have any space. Which is the best support pack for PoE2? Will still have access after the full release. Will I still have access after the full release? Yeah, of course you will do. If you buy early access, you're not going to lose access to the game when they release it. And which is the best support pack? That is very subjective to Saris. I mean, yeah, the supporter packs that they have, this one, these are the early access supporter packs to Saris. So with these, say that you really like the very expensive one. If you buy one of the smaller ones and then at a later date decide that you want to upgrade to one of the other ones, they will deduct the cost of the other ones that you bought off the bigger one. So if you can see, there's like 380 upgrade. That's because I've already... Actually, you probably can't see that on talk. Give me a second. It's $480, that one. But it says 380 to upgrade because I've already bought some support packs. So these packs are nice because if you buy anything from them, it's contributing to the big one. And the big shiny one is very, very shiny, as you can see. But they're not my favourite. They're not my favourite. My favourite one you can't get anymore because it's not active. But I do have this one. And I think this one is awesome. It depends how much you want to spend. But this is a really good one. I also quite like this one. But it's subjective. Because, you know, I don't like pirates. But if you love pirates, like, it's a no-brainer. What are these tabs that everyone's talking about? So the tabs, I can't show you at the moment, but when you go to your chest, your stash, you've got different parts to your stash and they're tabs. They, like when you've got tabs open on Windows, and they've all got different things inside of them. And you need them to Saris because the more you've got, the more loot you can get, the more you can sell, the more you can, you know, participate in trade. So they're really, really useful. I definitely recommend getting tabs. How many rooms have I done? Temple complete? No! I thought I connected to Adziri. I didn't, did I? Oh, did I not connect to her? Darn it! Which means... Where's... They've got to sort the checkpoints out in this blooming temple. Do you have the key? I thought I connected him. Let me just go check, because... No, I didn't. I didn't connect it. Look at that. Look, what's that? Okay, we're going to have to do it again. But we're going to have to play some of these medallions, because... Synth Flesh Labs, Flesh Surgeons, Transcendent Barracks, and Alchemy Labs. Upgrading to HH. Mess them all up. What do you mean? What's HH? Can I just upgrade this? I got 2, I think. Oh. Okay, so Chosen. I want to run something past you. From what I understood, from what you, let me just tell me if I'm wrong, okay? What I understand about this is that the reason it doesn't benefit me is because I'm a melee character and I don't get the added bonus of the accuracy of hitting things because I'm always hitting. And so, yeah, it doesn't benefit me as much, okay? Because I'm always hitting. So even though I'm getting the accuracy, I'm not getting the most I'm not getting all of the benefits, okay? You will not as long as it's on your weapon, no? And this is related to the weapon, yeah, okay? But from my understanding, the critical hit chance equal to 25% of excess chance to hit with attacks, that is affected by accuracy. So the extra chance to hit will increase the accuracy, or the damage that I do is increased by the extra excess chance to hit, and that is affected by the accuracy. Is that right? So like, why wouldn't I take this then? Because of the fact that, so let me read it again. Like, I'm tired today as well, so this is really not the day to try and get my head around something that's okay. So gain an additional critical hit chance equal to 25% of excess chance to hit with attacks. Because it can exceed 100%, no, that's something different. Excess chance to hit with attacks. So because accuracy is like an extra excess chance to hit, because I'm melee, that's all accumulating to that aspect, which then means that I'm getting extra damage on my crit. What's everyone else saying before I read what Chosen says? You will as long as it's on your weapon, no? Should be the case, yes. The more likely you are to hit with added accuracy, the more critical. You do take that. Anything over 100% chance to hit is added to crit. Yes. Everyone's saying yes there. What are you saying, Chosen? It is. It has to do with them trying to make the Amazon a hybrid melee range. Right, okay. She benefits more from accuracy as range than melee, but still benefits from accuracy as melee. So why is it then that I shouldn't take it? Why is it that I shouldn't take these nodes? Because from reading that and from understanding that connection now, that sounds like I should take that if I had accuracy on my weapon, which I don't at the moment. Efficiency. Okay. So why is it more efficient though to not take it? That's what I don't understand. You're getting a minimal return from accuracy as melee. You can just get raw damage instead of a stat where a fraction of the modifier is getting turned to damage. So are there areas where I can get raw damage? Because this doesn't seem to be giving me raw damage. It's giving me skill speed. Does accuracy roll smaller on melee eel? Do you have better choices? Well, that's the thing, Goon. That's what I'm trying to work out. I mean, I tend to, you know, yeah, I'm just trying to work out what's better. No, not on your weapon. There's this one as well, but I don't really understand the searches either. That seems really confusing. And when the other one's not here, ascendancy-wise, the only other option is this Goon that I've taken. That seems relevant to what I'm doing. I mean, there's no point looking at this now anyway, because the weapon that I have, I don't have any accuracy on this weapon. So there'd be no point taking it with this one, but you can get accuracy on a weapon. You know, and I suppose there's no real way of knowing what to do unless you had, like, unless you could compare, you know, apples for apples kind of thing. So you had a weapon that had like 500 accuracy versus a weapon that doesn't, and you compare the two to see what does the most damage. Skill speed is damage, but there's no way to compare the damage differences is what I'm saying. Like how, you know, unless I put a weapon on there that's got like a decent amount of accuracy, I won't be able to check. You don't get flat damage on the tree. I don't see one on the ascendancy, but you're talking about this tree. I mean, you get attack damage all over the tree. Infernal Legion walls are so broken, are they? Don't know what it is. That's a ridiculous talisman. It is. Chosen, have we make that? Thanks, Chosen. You have a path of building. No? Yeah. Yes, actually, Goon, that's a good point. Of course, I could just find one and check the difference. Yep. I like how you're sticking to your build. Daniel, are you doing this build? Because you said you were doing this the other day. I get bored at around 90 so and then start another. can't get into playing it. I can't stop playing it. I'm absolutely hooked. I love it. I don't know why I love it so much. I never thought I would get into an ARPG. Out of all the games, all the genres that there are, and you know, all the choice that we have, if you'd have said to me 5 years ago, you're going to really get into an ARPG and you're going to start streaming it and playing it all the time, I'd have been like, no way. ARPGs are the, like, I would have been telling you that they're the worst kind of games to get into because they don't end. You can never feel productive if you play them. And, you know, they're just basically created as ways to suck money out of people. And they're soulless. I would have probably said something along those lines. And here I am playing an ARPG. Who would have thunk? So, yeah, I didn't expect that. I was when I didn't have my computer. Now that I have my computer, I'm not. Well, I kind of understand that though, because when I first built my computer, I couldn't just play one game. There was too many options. I was too excited to try all of these games. So I can relate to that. And it's funny because again, like, you know, I didn't play ARPGs. The graphics are amazing on Path of Exile too. We can't deny that, but you know, I still think that you can get better graphics and better cinematics and stuff on other games where you don't get any cinematics in this game. So, you know, if you've got a good PC, I don't think you would really feel it. You'd feel it in the sense that there wouldn't be lag, but you wouldn't see it in the graphics per se. Sounds like I'm switching today. It just depends on what you prefer. I mean, I can't, you know, I've not tried Bear, but this is definitely, this is definitely faster. You know, just by playing with Chosen and seeing how slow Bear was, it's definitely faster. Actually, I don't know if I can say that. It seems faster. I don't know if it's as strong though, because a lot of people have been coming into chat. I'm having fun, but a lot of people have been coming into my chat moaning basically about Wolf, saying that it doesn't feel strong at endgame, and I don't know what your play style is, or like I don't know anything about how you play the game, so it's difficult for me to advise you. But there's lots, so with the Wolf there's lots of gap closing mechanics, which makes it feel fast, Nick. So as an example, you know, you can still sprint, yeah, which is like this, yeah, but you can also pounce. And also when you use this one, if you're within a certain range of an enemy, it will pounce to them when using this. So you've got like 3 gap closers, if that makes sense, which if you're really good at what you're doing, you can just, I mean, I can't do it myself, but you know, you could just use your 3 gap closers one after the other and just be speeding all over the map. Which feels very, very spunky. I don't know if that's the right word to use. Snappy? That's probably a bit more accurate. Yeah, it feels snappy. I don't think the Bear felt snappy. I think snappy's better, Nick. I mean, yes, but there's a slang meaning to that word, isn't there? Spunky. What does spunky actually mean? Because I haven't looked at it for ages. Let's have a look. Slang. Because if we're going literal, tell me all know what it means. Spunky slang definition. Lively, spirited, courageous, bold, often with a sassy or feisty attitude. Yeah, so I don't know if it is accurate. I mean, the build does feel lively. Nah, Bear is way slower. Even with a bunch of attack speed, it's still kind of slow. Yes, Goon. Spunk is sperm in British slang, but spunky... Oh yeah, because of course it's not actually... Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot for a moment that it's slang, the word spunk. But yeah, I think snappy's a better word, even though it does kind of fit spunky. I think snappy is more what I was aiming to try and express with the build. Just that all those gap closers just make it feel really snappy. Especially if you know what you're doing. Like, I don't feel that I capitalise on it as much as somebody could. you know? So you can jump over rivers. I mean, I don't think that was the best idea though. I'm like stuck. But yeah, you can jump over like walls and stuff. Like when we're in the temple, I'll show you can jump over walls. It's a very fun thing to do. Hey. So yeah, it's definitely lumbering, but I think the movement animation with the bear makes it look slower. Yeah, well, I don't think the bear is supposed to be fast, is he? The bear's supposed to be like a tank, but slow and hits like a truck, which is the what I get from him. I know that the boss is over there. I don't want to do the boss yet, though. So, you know, I mean, loads of people have said this, but I think they've done an amazing job with all of the druid aspects. I think they've done a phenomenal job. Right, that's it. I don't want to find anything else. Oh, damn. I'm downloading it again. I'm glad to have tempted you to play it. It's really good. The new... I mean, try and avoid the negativity around the game. Because, you know, there's always people that are very negative about it. But the new class and the skills that come with the new class are amazing. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to take you over to a guy called Zach. He's playing hardcore. And, yeah, I'm going to take you over to him. Hope you enjoy watching him. He's, I think he's doing really well this league, actually. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy watching his stream and his hardcore runs. And I look forward to seeing you next time.